would say the Gambling Addiction Support Group was birthed out of a tragedy. In 2005, when I was in my previous church, a church member approached me and told me that he had gambling debts of $10,000 to loan sharks. He pleaded with me to help him. He told me that his wife had cleared his gambling debts on many occasions and had threatened divorce should he get into debts again. I had no experience in helping gambling addicts and quickly raised and loaned him $10,000 to pay off his debts. A month later, he killed his wife, 2 children, and jumped from his 12-story flat. When I heard the news, I kept crying as I made my way to their flat. I remembered I collapsed on the floor when I entered the flat. It was so painful that I wanted to leave the ministry. I felt that I failed in my duty as a pastor and I let many people down. With the help of my family, the church and friends, I managed to stand up again and moved on. I started Blessed Grace Church in 2007 as God had called me into a new season in my life. In 2011, 3 church members brought their husbands to me for gambling counseling, and that was when I saw a need to start a support group. One of them, Leong, was already on medication for depression. Her husband, Patrick, is a compulsive gambler. She had helped him to clear his gambling debts for many years. They had downgraded to a smaller flat, and Patrick had just gambled away the gains from the sale of the flat and is owing money to loan sharks again. As Leong spoke to me, flashback of the tragedy in 2005 came to my mind, as they also have 2 children. I was gripped with fear and decided that I could not let a similar tragedy happen in this family. I knew then I had to start a support group for gamblers. What helped was meeting Pastor Peter Lee during a visit to Penang. He was introduced to me by a church member. He told me that he used to be a gambling addict and a loan shark himself. After becoming a Christian and later a pastor, he started a support group for gambling addicts. I invited him to Singapore to teach me how to start a support group. The first support group meeting started in 2012, and we had 8 people at that meeting. 4 were addicts and the rest counselors. We publicized the support group in church, and gradually more joined. We registered Blessed Grace Social Services (BGSS) in 2014 to help gambling addicts beyond the church. From 2014 to 2021, we have counseled 1,285 gambling addicts and have seen about 514 or 40% of gambling addicts recover. When a gambling addict recovers, families and marriages are restored, and the addict himself becomes a useful member of society. My proudest moment was in 2019 at BGSS 5th anniversary dinner, when Patrick and Leong's children gave their testimony.
His addiction was so severe back then that he would trick us to the bank to withdraw our money just so he could gamble more.
He gambled all of our money away, and as a result, he racked up a huge sum of debt with the loan sharks.
We were continuously harassed by the loan sharks that we gave up cleaning up our house, like the paint displays, because they just came so frequently. Things only began to change when our grandmother brought us to church and introduced us to Pastor Billy.
With his help and guidance, our dad kicked his gambling and drinking addiction. He even settled his money lender issues.
Now he's changed to be a better man.
How our dad became the first gambling recovery addiction center member. And this is our dad.
This was how the Gambling Addiction Support Group started. I would like to appeal to those who are in debts due to gambling addiction to call BGSS helpline at 8428-6377. We want to help you restore your relationship with your family and for you to stand on your feet again.